Hey Sonya, how you doing?
Good, good, good. All right, let me position this correctly.
Yeah,
Figure it out. All right. My head looks back up. Okay, there we go.
got you. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a busy day, a good busy day. But
Yeah, super productive. Yeah, I apologize we're running a little late, so we can get straight into it because I know your schedule's super busy.
yeah, okay, sure. I'm here. I'm here for it, and I'm excited. Make sure everybody shares this out because I know this is gonna be a great conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah, please share this out with 10 friends and comment done. And if y'all have any questions, we have like 20 minutes. But any questions that you guys want me to ask the student loan doctor, please just put it below in the comments, and I will get to all the questions. Or if Sonya, if you want to randomly answer, you can. But yeah, I just want to kind of just wing it and do this like interview style. So I always start off with kind of like the earlier years. Of course, you're doing very successful things now, helping a lot of people. But it might have not always been like that. Coming up, maybe it's some struggles, some circumstances you have to overcome. So just talk about, I guess, like the earlier years, like coming out of maybe like high school, transition into entrepreneurship. What did that look like for you?
Well, I wish I would have had somebody like talk to me about understanding my gift when I was younger. I say this to a lot of parents now that if you really just like stay checked in and tuned into what your child likes or doesn't like, you probably can get a sense for what they will be good at or what they'll do later in life or could do. And if I think back to my childhood, I was always selling something. I mean, I liked money since I was a little girl, and I never wanted to ask anybody for money. So I was just telling somebody this the other day. It just makes me think of this. I used to sell fake roller coaster rides. Just go with me on this. Okay. So what I would do is I would put a pile of leaves down. I would take a rope in a plastic chair, put the rope behind the plastic chair, and I would go, ooh, like give people these like fake roller coaster rides. And I would sell admissions for 30 seconds for $1.
Wow.
6 years old. And so I would make, let me see, I would make a day like $15-$20 a day. Now this is a lot for a 6-year-old. And then I would take this money and I would head to the candy store. Okay. I had somebody had to buy my candy. So I didn't want to keep asking my mom because then she going to ask me questions. You know what I'm saying? So my operation got busted because my mom was like, you're not even asking for money, like for an allowance or what's going on? What's happening with you? And I'm like, oh no, I've quit candy. And then like she felt like my candy stash and my ones, it looks like I'm in a whole covert operation. Yeah. And I had to break down, I had to show where my pile of leaves were. It just got dismantled. But anyway, I say all that to say, if I had enough sense or if I knew better, I would probably say that I was always interested in sales and making money in some type of way. And then when I was in college and before I even went to college, but during college, I was selling called air conditioners, TVs, all things at Sears that were electronics and appliances. And I was making, as an 18-year-old, I was making like $2,000 like every 2 weeks at 18. Now that's a lot of money for an 18-year-old. More than that than when I had graduated from college. But again, it goes back to I like people. I like selling things that I'm passionate about. So it's no wonder that I'm in the position I'm in now with the company I have now, because I'm really, really passionate about what we do with student loan debt. But at the end of the day, you still got to sell something to make money. So that's just probably a closer glimpse I could say to my childhood if I really had to like sit down and think about how did we get to this point. There were like little clues along the way, if you would.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome because, most of the people that you hear that's, that is successful has some type of sales positions. I know me personally, kind of similar thing, like 3rd, 4th grade, I used to take like the little toy cars from Dollar General, buy them for like $1, fix them up, sell them for like 10, 15, 20, so you just kind of like find things. I apologize. We live right by an airport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you hear that, I put my son to sleep earlier. He wasn't happy about it, so he's probably upstairs crying. I just wanted to come outside so you wouldn't hear him.
No, you're fine.
Yeah. So that's good. So you're working at Sears. You're making, definitely more than the average 18-year-old. I mean, more than a lot of adults as well. You transition into starting your own company. How did you get into student loan debt and helping people?
Well, before we got to my own company, I would say that I had to go through the process of being in higher education, and I had to really learn the ropes of that: financial aid, college admissions, and what I was doing for people there, I realized I could do for myself, but I didn't realize it like in that form or fashion until I was taking a class on financial literacy, and I kept helping people. Like, oh, all you got to do is, and then people kept asking for more and more help, more and more help. So I'm like, all right, now let me see what that would look like if I'm sitting down with you one-on-one. And then, how much would somebody pay for that? So I started to go from implementing in terms of like doing it for free and then putting systems behind it, if that makes sense. So long story short, it was probably, I would say, over a period of like 3 to 6 months where I was just doing things for free. One, I wanted to help people, and two, I wanted to figure it out. And then I was like, well, the Lord didn't say help everybody for free. This is a consulting business. And then figure out how to put that all into place. That's how we got here today. And then, of course, there's more stuff in the middle, but just understanding that there was a need that people had. I understood it really well. I understood how to explain it to someone really, really well. And then I was able to translate that into starting a business.
Absolutely. Okay, awesome. Yeah. And then as you're growing your business and it continues to get more traction, you're helping more people. Could we, as we start talking about the student loan debt, program that you're helping people in, what are some of the most common things that you see amongst some of your clients?
So depending on like what type of client we're talking about, like a lot of times we see people with a lot of grad school debt, a lot of private loan debt. A lot of people that we work with have debt over 30,000. Anybody have over 30,000 here? A lot of people are trying to figure out if they're eligible for loan forgiveness, which most people are and don't even know it. A lot of people are trying to buy homes but are settled down with student loan debt, so buying a home becomes a little bit more trickier. So we help people with that. And then trying to understand how their credit score works, right? And then their credit score needs some help and repair, because if you've been pushing off your student loan debt for so long, your credit score just starts to drop and tank. And so how do we help people with that? So we've found creative ways through webinars, eBooks, one-on-one services to help people and to take the shame away from helping people with student loan debt. I think before my platform, I dare to say, there wasn't really anybody out here like with a pitchfork talk about student loan debt. Like there were people that would bring it up here and there, but nobody made it their thing. And I feel like we've kind of broken the stereotype or demystified student loan debt so people can be comfortable to ask questions and say, hey, I'm struggling and I need help. Because, I always say money is the silent killer, or the silent thing that puts people in depression. You could be around everybody but never feel comfortable to talk about money with people. And we're trying to break that, if you would, on how to help people with their student loan debt.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if someone was interested to, wanted to go through your program and actually like work with you, what would be like the steps to do that? Because I know I'm actually working with you guys as well. You guys are helping me out with my student loans.
Yeah, if you're working with us, the first step I say, if you know for sure that you need us, I would say a consultation is a great place to start. Get you right to a coach, a one-on-one review, right to it. If you're like, I'm not sure if they can help me, I have some questions, that's what our free discovery call is for. And we'll definitely give the website at the end. But the discovery call is really for you to have a 15-minute window to express what you believe is happening. A coach will confirm that we can help and here's what we can do. And then they'll move to a consultation, or we'll say, that's not in our realm, and here goes some resources. So that's okay too. And then some things are not even that, complex to where you would probably need to work with us. Maybe what you're looking for could be inside of one of our ebooks, and you could save a lot of money that way. So it just depends. Everybody's situation is different. So I never try to be too specific because again, everybody's scenario is different. Your 30,000 could be different than somebody else's 30,000 because they could have different type of loans, a different working situation, a different household income. So it just really, really, really depends on what everybody has going on and what they need to happen. Some people are up against a deadline and need to buy a home. Some people are like, well, I just want to start working on them. So, then there's that urgency piece. Everything is different for everyone. So we just kind of meet people where they're at, and then we go from there to see what they need. The thing that we have out right now that probably could help a lot of people and save a lot of people money is the ebook that I have that I just released like maybe a month ago. And so the ebook allows you to understand loan forgiveness. I really spell it out. We got a free class coming up on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern, where I'm literally teaching here's how to apply for forgiveness. Here's how to become eligible for forgiveness. I'm teaching things like what's the difference between subsidized and unsubsidized loans. That's in the ebook. So really, I think the ebook is great for someone who's like, I don't know anything about my loans and I need to know something about them. I need to know how to get started. That's where I would tell someone to start if you're uncomfortable with going straight to a live person.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, guys, and I appreciate everyone being super active in here and who's sharing. If you were to share this live, do me a favor. If you shared it out with friends, screenshot that you shared it and send it to me so that way I know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 4 people out from the people that shared it, and I'm going to purchase Sonia's ebook for you guys. So make sure you screenshot it, share it, and send me a message on Instagram. And I'm going to pick out 4 for you guys.
I'll do, Jaqil, I'll show people how to grab it. Let me just go. I like visuals. I'm such a visual learner. Let me flip my screen. Hold on one second. So if they go here to my profile, look, that's us with the jet. That was your birthday, right?
That was my birthday, man.
He was on a birthday jet ride. That was a good birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, we were here, and then we clicked why am I acting so mouse? Okay, there we go. The link tree, there we go. And it's the second one. It says slay your student loan debt, and then it takes you here. So that's really easy for people to get to. But yeah, that was a great birthday. I didn't even know it was your birthday until we get ready for the surprise, and you were like totally like aloof. I don't know where you were at mentally. You were like,
Yeah.
I have to say happy birthday. That was really, really fun.
I'm super appreciative of y'all, man, and just everything y'all been doing for me, and man, just the exposure. Well, one, just being around you guys, because like is like, iron sharpens iron. So the fact that things that y'all are doing, like, it forces me to elevate. But then again, exposure is everything, man. So I'm just super.
You're never going to go back. That's what I say about myself. When you become exposed to certain things, you'll never ever think the same or do things the same. For me, Neo putting us on that G4, you get on thinking like, how do I get back on the G4? And I don't want to fly commercial ever again. I mean, of course we have to until we don't have to. And then, how hard do I got to work? Like, what I got to make a day? So you just start thinking differently because you've sat in a seat. Like, so I try to tell people, until you travel, until you get yourself in a G4, until you get yourself in a Lamborghini or a Rolls Royce, these things you're not even thinking of. It's not on your radar because you haven't had the exposure. But once you've had the exposure, that's why it's important to make sure you're around people that are going in the same direction as you or higher, so you can be leveled up by who you're around. You always want to have some people that are a little further along than you, so you can have exposure and be ushered into the space, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so absolutely. Once you're exposed, you'll never go back, ever.
Yeah, and just because I know you got a few minutes here. Just my last question. I want to talk about values, because I believe from everyone that I've met since I've moved to this area, you're definitely one of the most like beautiful souls. Like you help a lot of people. You know, a comedian, like very easy to talk to. You know, and I don't know. I know some people, they're just like born with it, but then some people, it's just like values that they live by, and just putting in the work daily, right? They kind of transform into this type of super person, right? So like, what do you feel like, I guess, is the values that you live by that's helped you to get to where you are today?
So I think I had some really good examples growing up, like my mom and grandma. Definitely of them. My grandmother was the first to graduate from college in our family, so she set the bar for us and our family in general. And for her, it was either you go to the military or you go to college. And if you went to neither nor, my grandma had really, really good credit, and I think this is before I really understood how credit works. So she was the type that if you were doing what she had planned for you to do, which I don't know how that's going to come out, she would support you. She's going to co-sign. She's going to, but if you went against that, I'm just being honest, you're cut from the tree of life. So
Right.
I didn't want to be cut from the tree of life. I'm just being honest. So I had to figure it out, and I'll never forget. I was in junior year of college, and I said to her, I said, Grandma, I make more money in sales. That's what I said. I think I'm going to stop school, come home and work. I can help out. And, I have a plan. I done dropped my classes. Okay. She said, well, where would you live?
Yeah, she bets it, huh?
I advised it right back. I never forget. I stepped outside. Oh, I was just joking. Can I get all my classes right there? So, but I watching her be really good to people. I watched her, whether being the only Black person in her school. She was a school teacher, only teacher, Black teacher. I watched her be the first African-American person on her neighborhood and her block to purchase her home. Like, I watched her overcome a lot of adversity, and she just did it with such grace and class. I just thought that's what you were supposed to do. And I liked how she always treated people. Now, she treated people really, really nice. Now, when we got in the house, she might say something else about you, but that's how it goes. But to your face, she was really, really nice. And I was like, and that'd be funny, I learned code switching from her too. So she was like, how are you? Okay, I'll see you soon, Susan. All right.
Right.
Hell, they asking me to do something fine. And I'm like, two voices now. So there was just a lot of things I intrinsically learned, took away from her. But now, just being a good person, I think that just comes from upbringing in general. I think that comes from my relationship with God. And, I don't know how to say this, but I don't fear people. I'm never concerned about people or what people may say or do. I'm concerned about what the Lord is going to say or do. So, I make sure that we run our business appropriately. I make sure that everyone's taken care of. Do we do everything 100% right? No. But do we do our best to do everything 100% right? Yes. And so people I hire, people that work with me, contractors, if you don't have the same spirit as me, this is not going to work. Because what I need to do is go to sleep at night like, I don't want to burn people or, be called a scam artist like some people. That's just not on my agenda. Like, I have to answer to someone, which is the Lord. So there's just different things that, at the end of the day, this to be true. All money ain't good money. I don't even like money that's attached to headache. Like headache people, I will refund you. I don't, because now you know about that. You know, like it's just not worth it at the end of the day. But thank you for the compliment. And I think you can't be kind or happy to other people unless you're happy with yourself. And so that was so who you see today is because I've done a lot of self-work. I go to the conferences, I read the books, I listen to the podcast, I have a therapist. These are things that I have to actively do daily to be my best self so I can be better for other people and be kind to other people, because this business or business in general will run you down if you're not careful. So, but no, I appreciate it. And I think that, and I appreciate you because you hit the ground running. And I know when we see each other in a few years, you would be ideal to start a sales force. I say this to you all the time. Start a sales force, duplicate you, and you guys can sell anything, back to the border, back to the ocean if you wanted to. It's just, if you feel like doing all that, right? That's what I'm saying.
For sure.
Yeah.
But hey, I appreciate your time. I know you got to get off of here. Thank you so much, Sonia. I just want to knock out some questions.
Yeah.
What do you know now about WildTech. They got sued and some of the loans got accused, but only the automotive. I did electrical the same year, but are you familiar with the WildTech that got sued?
I'm not familiar with that particular school, but in general, if the person is still here, he should contact what is called the Borrower's Defense Fund. We're detailing our ebook and how to apply for that, but he can also Google it, Borrower's Defense Fund. And what will happen is that they'll review his loans to see if they're eligible for forgiveness as well. Sometimes they send out a letter, an email saying, hey, you may be eligible. Sometimes they don't. So if they don't, you can contact the Borrower Defense Fund and they'll tell him if he's eligible and why or why not.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, so contact them, and then you had one about the subsidized, which you already explained that.
Yep, and then subsidized is just interest, loans that have no interest until you stop school or graduate. Unsub comes with interest from the very start. But the cool thing is there's no interest on anybody's loans until December 31st. So you should be taking advantage of paying down your debt if possible. Okay, I'm looking at the time. I have a hard stop. But thank you for this interview. And then definitely, like I said, if anybody grabs the ebook, Runway, we're doing a call today at 10 o'clock. So if they grab it before 10 o'clock, they can get access to our call. We're going in about credit, loan forgiveness. It's going to be really good. You know how Runway gets animated, so I'm here for it too. I have to take some coffee in or something to get on his level, but the educational call. So, yep. So save this live if you can. I think that'll be really good.
Yeah, facts. I'm going to save it. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. I'll send everything over to you so you can use it if you like.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thanks, Scott. See you soon.
All right. Talk to you. Thank you. All right, guys. So I appreciate everyone getting on. That was my girl, Sonia, the student loan doctor. Just doing some amazing things, man. An amazing person. How can I get the email? I don't have it. Email. Do you mean her email, Miss Kim? DM me if that's what you mean. As far as the books, as far as the ebooks, just DM me and I'll be able to get it to you that way. If you're talking about her email, just DM her and let her know that you were on the live and she can get back to you. But yeah, I just wanted to bring Sonia in. She's doing some amazing things, helping a lot of people, leading by example, and continuing to level up every single quarter, right? And that's what you got to do. You got to take advice. I order her ebook. Okay, shoot her a DM, and she'll definitely get back to you 1,000%. I know she had like a super busy day today, and that's kind of why we got started a little late. But she'll definitely get you right. Yeah, no problem. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everyone hopping on here. Again, if you don't know me, my name is Jaqil Taylor. I'm a high-ticket closer. I partner with business owners and help them close more revenue using a cell phone. I literally just work off my phone. I generate leads for businesses as well, typically real estate professionals, contractors. But if anyone needs anything from me, I'm just here to give value, right? That's all I really want to do is give value, to give back. I have nothing to really sell anyone, right? I'm just all about giving value and telling people what's worked for me. And all I do is just go to the source, see what's working, get around people, for example, like Sonia, peep game. And then I take the information, I execute quickly with massive action, and then I just share it to my audience, right? So we can all elevate together. So, yeah, again, guys, appreciate you. If there's no more questions, I'm about to hop off. Just check out my content. Hit me in my DMs if you got any questions. If there's anything you guys need help with or want to discuss with, I'm pretty accessible. And if you're near Philly or anywhere in the area, I live in Allentown, actually, in the Lehigh Valley. But if you're in the area, let me know, and we could definitely link up. And anyway, again, I can add value to you guys. Just feel free to let me know.